Guess who's back, guys?
It's us.
It's Ray and Chauncey back on the corner again.
Yes.
Are we in a corner of the street?
I mean, I guess technically we are in a corner physically, and then also the Eclectic Corner as far as our digital real estate goes.
Right? Definitely. Once again, you can check us out on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Podchaser, and Boomplay. You can also check us out on Instagram and Facebook at the Eclectic Corner Podcast.
And you can also find our back episodes on YouTube.
That's right. And you can also email us at the Eclectic Corner Podcast at gmail.com.
Yes, please feel free to email.
All right. So today we have a few interesting topics.
We do. But first, let's talk about the weekend. This is post-Memorial Day weekend. We had a nice...
long weekend.
Long 3-day weekend. How was it? What'd you do?
It was fun, but it's tiring. Like I was telling you guys, before we started here, it's long, great weekend, but it's tiring.
Yeah.
We went to the pool.
Okay.
That's fun. Went to go see the fireworks as well. It was fun too. But I think the pool is just draining like the sun.
Yeah, being out in the sun definitely will. And it's been so hot here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was reading today that in Tampa, it's never reached over 100 degrees, and this Thursday it'll be over 100 degrees.
All right.
So for this time of year, it's pretty not normal.
Right. Yeah. It's been hot. It's been real hot. Like I will literally step outside to let our dogs do what they need to do outside, and it's just like diving headfirst into a sauna. It's so bad.
I'd rather be like a vampire right now, just stuck at home, not go outside, close all the windows, let no sunlight in.
I mean, you're describing my ideal living situation, so there you go.
Oh, man. Yeah, but
yeah.
It was exciting. It was good. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Yesterday we went over my wife's uncle's house, and they went into the pool. Okay. I didn't. I'm not getting in the pool. I'll sit here and talk to you guys from the outside of the pool, under the shade, but I'm not getting in the pool.
Yeah, don't be in direct sunlight and don't want to be boiled alive. So, yeah, we didn't do a whole lot. We had family in town, so we tooled around the city a little bit. Our car's AC has decided it's not going to, it still works.
Okay.
But it's kind of decided that it's just not going to work well.
So
given the heat, I guess I can't blame it. But
so it's not giving you cold enough air?
Yeah, not really.
All right, so it might be just lawn freon. So
it might be. We stopped at an AutoZone and the guy messed with it, and it turns out the control lever is sticking a little.
Ah.
So you got to take it all the way hot and then slowly bring it all the way back.
So burn first, with the heater and the hot sun from the heat from the hot sun, and then slowly, gradually, then turn it cooler.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna try and clean up the garage so we can get the car in there, so it's not starting at 1,000,000 degrees.
Listen, it felt like 1,000,000 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I mean,
but yeah, we didn't do a pool. We didn't grill out. We didn't watch sports or fireworks.
You just chilled.
Yeah.
Good.
And I know a lot of people would say that means we did the holiday wrong, but I enjoyed it. I just wish it had been longer.
Listen, I'm one that don't really celebrate the holidays outside my house because everything is so busy, so crowded. Like going to the beach, even Sunday morning going to church. Yeah. I took the back way, back road to take the church because
we actually we sat through the traffic.
Oh no,
a little bit until we could get to a back road and then back roaded it.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah, our church is inconveniently located on a street where both
main streets lead to the island. Yep, lead to the island.
If there's a holiday or anything, it's pretty hard to get there.
Oh, man. But back now to the main reason why we're here.
Yes.
And we have a few topics. Today's tough choices. And it's living in 1995 or living in 2023 with, depending on the economy, depending on, the currency and the value of money back in then or value of money now. So, cost of living, which one would you choose, 95 or 23, with the cost of living with what you make today, or just a flat $100,000 a year making it today, surviving today, in today's day and age, with $100,000. And then we have the emergence of the cicadas, the broods, the two broods. For the first time in a long time, both broods are overlapping each other.
Yeah. So is it Jurassic World Dominion or?
Oh my gosh, man.
We'll find out.
We shall see. And then we're going to spotlight a couple of video games.
Yep. Got a couple games.
Yeah, to spotlight here.
Showing up with some special stuff lately, so we'll take a look at those.
And for the last segment, we have Truth and Lie. We're going to each share two stories and see which one is the truth, which is the lie, and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
So let's kick it off.
All right. So, go into this kind of a tough choice scenario here. You have the cost of living from 1995. I did some research, and it's definitely cheaper than it is now.
It's actually half, or a little bit over half cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'm looking at the numbers now. And I couldn't find a ton of stuff, but it's crazy just what the differences are. But in order to do that, you're going to stick with whatever you're making right now.
Yeah.
Money-wise.
And living in 1995.
But living with the 1995 cost of living.
Okay.
Now, are we saying cost of living from 1995 or literally living in
cost of living? No. Cost of living with today's technology, okay?
Okay. So I don't remember who was president.
Bill Clinton, and Al Gore was the vice president.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just, I don't know. Maybe you'd enjoy that, maybe you wouldn't. But just the cost of living. That's all we're talking about. Or you could get a flat $100,000 a year, you said? And is that pre-tax or post-tax or?
That's pre-tax.
Oh, that's pre-tax.
Pre-tax.
Okay, so
pre-tax.
That makes it,
I'll give them that pre-tax.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. 100. So $100,000 a year pre-tax. Right?
You're busting a couple brackets there, I think. So
with today's cost of living.
Yeah, with today's cost of living.
And only your income, not your spouse's income, no other income, just $100,000 a year.
Okay. But you're only paying for yourself, too, right?
Yeah, it's.
So you're not trying
renting
to support your family.
Renting a home or mortgage,
Sure.
car note, food, entertainment, whatever it is,
Okay.
Or once again, 1995 cost of living with the current pay
salary.
A salary. But if your salary exceeds, let's say, $75,000, then no, it's just not fair. Because man, I would definitely choose 1995.
Okay. Well, what would you say, the average salary from 1995? Because that was I think it said 30 something.
38
a year.
38 a year.
33, 35, something like that. Which most of the jobs I've had have pretty much capped there. So, that's basically what I expect to make anyway. But having the better cost of living would be kind of nice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's cap it off at $45,000 a year.
Okay.
Pre-tax, cost of living of 95, $100,000 a year pre-tax, cost of living of today. Which will you choose?
I don't know. It's difficult because there's some things that don't translate. You have stuff now that didn't exist in 1995 that I'd still like to have, but it doesn't have a
value
in 1995.
Okay, so then what if you set an allowance aside or saving account aside for those items that do cost more as a splurge for those items, like a PS5 or just I don't know. It's something that wasn't existed back in the days.
I feel like
a cell phone.
I feel like trying to save for something that exists now, like something new that exists now, back in 1995 with like that level of income, it's kind of like a person trying to save up enough money from their normal job to carve their version of Mount Rushmore.
But you're saving a lot of money on other stuff like food.
Yeah.
Eggs, bread, you know.
Still, it's like what cell phones did exist. I guess they were kind of
Zach
expensive
Morris.
in 1995.
Zach Morris cell phones, the big old cubes.
Yeah, yeah. But they were expensive.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Because they were rare.
Yeah, they were expensive.
So I guess comparatively,
they were expensive.
That's not a good example then. I'm trying to think of something that existed then that was like cheap versus now.
I mean, a video game console was cheap. $130,000. $130.
I want to be making the money you're making. That's cheap.
$130, $150 for like a game console.
Yeah.
You know, to compare now to a $500 game console.
Yeah. Honestly, $500 is a deal compared to like cell phones now.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Get a cell phone brand new, it's
$1,000.
upwards of $1,000.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is ridiculous.
Definitely. So,
in my opinion.
So look, it says here the general inflation rate between 1995 and 2023 averaged about 2.5% per year. This means that the value of $1 in 1995 is equivalent to about $1.96 in 2023.
Okay.
Showing a cumulative inflation rate of approximately 96% over these 28 years.
Okay.
So
yeah. Honestly, I still feel like I would go with the 100,000 and the cost of living now.
Okay.
Because like, I've made a lot less than that work now, so I'd be more than doubling what I'm used to as far as income.
Okay. All right. So rent nowadays, the average rent is about $2,200.
Yeah, I wouldn't rent.
So okay. So what are you gonna do then?
I mean, I'd figure it out.
You can live in the car?
Yeah, I could. I get an RV. How about that?
Okay. All right. That sounds good. I mean, you can work nowadays. You can work remote. Mm-hmm. You know, you can do a podcast remote.
Yeah.
You know, there you go. You know?
Take the Eclectic Corner on the road.
Yeah.
And bring our corner with us.
There you go. Cost of gas was $1.13.
It was.
Compared to now, the average is $3.78.
$4.
Yeah. So I mean, in your RV, that would, you know, but you can't pick and choose what area you want to use it. You know,
I'm not saying I would drive it much. I'd mostly be sitting at a campsite, which is a lot cheaper to rent than.
I mean, if I lived in an RV, I probably will be traveling like at least once a month, like move once every 2 weeks, let's say, leave your living location, just do sightseeing, you know. And
see, I'd give every place a month, I think.
Okay. All right.
At least. I'm not a big like travel person.
No. All right.
I like to put down rates, unless there's a hurricane on the way, and then I'd be moving my RV.
I think for me, I'll probably go with 1995 cost of living with $45,000 a year.
Okay.
Yeah. I
mean, those were good old days for you.
I mean,
right?
Rent was like $800, $900 if that, you know?
Yeah, now apartment rent is like $1,200 to start anywhere.
And that's in a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, so, but hey. And I mean, let's see.
I think my wife and I, when we had our first apartment, were paying close to $1,000 a month for a studio.
How long ago was this?
In a crappy neighborhood. This was a couple of years, like 3-4 years ago.
That was like probably almost 5 years ago now.
Look at that, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because we've been here for almost 6 years.
Yeah.
Look at that. So that tells you how much inflation has gone up. Because
rent is insane.
when I first moved to Bradenton, and we were living over the bridge, we're paying $1,500, $1,554 for our 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
Right? In a decent neighborhood. And we lived there 3 years, and we moved out last year. And when we moved out, it had gone up to $2,300.
That's
in just 3 years.
Yeah. So there's two big problems right now with the apartment rent system. Number one, every apartment complex is slapping the word luxury on their sign.
Oh, yes.
And charging double.
Luxury for
and changing nothing else. I'm sorry. That's just because you say it's luxury doesn't mean it's luxury.
Luxury
you don't get
to
to
me.
just charge those prices
Yeah.
because you have self-proclaimed that. And then number two, this nonsense about raising the rent every single year. It's ridiculous.
There's no need for that.
It's like you are not providing any amenities you didn't provide last year.
For real.
So why are you now charging extra rent for them?
And some of these older communities are already paid for already. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I understand they want to make more money and maybe stay with other communities and you know, or neighborhoods, you know, but still, it's like, why are you raising the rent so much?
Right.
You know, 20, 30, 40, maybe $50, okay. Some people are raising it $150, $200.
Right.
So,
And like, I understand you're trying to keep up with like the cost of keeping these places maintained or whatever.
yeah.
But I've lived in apartments and y'all don't maintain nothing.
No.
So I need to see that savings on my rent.
All right. So then you choose cost of living today.
Yeah.
I choose 95.
And mostly I choose today because like I know how to make it work.
Okay. Okay.
It's definitely so much more expensive now than it was.
Yeah. My thing is more of the traveling for the entertainment part. You know, Lily and I love to travel. So I don't know.
Okay. I see that. I'm not a big traveler. I can just hole up and play a video game or something. So
Yeah.
video games aren't cheap either, but they aren't as expensive as like big trips.
You know what's crazy though? The consoles were cheaper back in the days, but the games were the same price as the games nowadays.
Yeah, that's true.
$59, $60, $69 for games. 95 were the same cost as it is today.
And what's really funny about that is like how much more sophisticated the games have become.
Yes.
So in reality, like the 1995 video games were kind of a ripoff.
Hey, except for GoldenEye. GoldenEye was really great.
I mean, there's nostalgia.
I enjoyed that one there.
But like overpriced for what they were.
Yes.
And now like all the games are like a massive bargain.
Yeah.
Because like you have entire teams of people working on video games and they're basically the same price.
Seriously. All right. So let us know.
Yeah, what would you do and why?
And why, yeah. So,
Because I don't know, if you're making a decent living right now, you might want to go with the 1995 price.
oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you'd be like a rock star probably.
Oh yeah.
I mean, once again, it capping out at 70 grand. Let's say 70 grand.
Yeah.
If you, of course, you make 100 grand living in 95, you could do almost whatever you want.
Yeah.
To live back in the day.
Speaking of living like a rock star, just a quick rabbit hole. I've always considered like taking a couple $1,000 and doing a trip to Mexico and converting it all to pesos. Because everything would be like, you just have so many pesos, you wouldn't even know what to do with all of them. Because the conversion rate is so insane.
Oh my gosh, man.
Well, I knew a family in, when I was in school that did a trip to Mexico like that. And the first night they were there, they exchanged $100 for pesos. And they gave them like a big stack of pesos. And I'm talking like obviously you
like
guys
a foot
can't
tall?
see, but
Like 12 inches?
like 6 inches
Okay.
tall of like bills. And so like it's an insane amount of pesos and everything's priced normally down there.
Yeah.
So they're just like spending money like crazy, going to the fanciest restaurants, like giving huge tips to everybody. And they did manage to spend it all in like one night because they're on vacation.
It's $100
they expected to spend $100 a day roughly to enjoy themselves.
I mean, you spend that over here in 2 minutes,
right,
at the register.
So
what you get? 2 shirts, right, at Disney.
You'd be lucky if you got 2 shirts for $100.
Right.
No, but so they went to exchange another 100 the following day. Their budget for the second day. And then they give him a stack of pesos that's like 9 inches tall.
Why?
Because the peso had devalued so much overnight that it fluctuated just that much.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think they literally financed the rest of their week on that stack of pesos from the second night.
Wow.
So yeah. Good times. But anyway, I've often thought about just taking my life savings and moving to Mexico and just living like a king for the rest of my life, because what little I've managed to accumulate over the course of my life here in America is like a lot there.
Would that be your first choice to move over there, or would it be any other country?
Oh, no, I mean, it's just because of how much more the money would be worth, basically, but
if you could find another country that had the same value of currency.
Okay.
Like, let's say Panama, Costa Rica,
it wouldn't be
Italy,
a South American country, right?
Even though Italy is not cheap, but Italy.
I would say either Japan,
okay,
because I've always wanted to go there, or possibly Ireland.
Okay, all right.
Which I know is technically in the UK, but specifically like that part.
Yeah. With me, it'd probably be Italy, if it had the same, Italy, or even Spain, but not the main cities of Spain, like
the country.
Yeah, countryside of Spain.
You never really think about the country of Spain, but I guess they would have a decent amount.
Mm-hmm. I've been watching a lot of this European, what's it called? Buy or sell, in Europe.
Yeah. I've seen. I feel like I've seen an episode or two of that.
Yeah, so I mean, and some of these are like outside, like not in the main cities of Spain, but in the outside.
Yeah, I think the one I watched, they got like a stone cottage thing out in the country. So
pretty nice. So yeah, I mean, if I could move somewhere, it'd probably be Italy, Spain. To move.
I mean, Mars. Once that's settled, do that.
I won't leave Earth. No, I'm okay.
I would be happy to leave this planet behind.
I already have a hard time breathing here sometimes. I can't might as well in Mars.
It's far too hot here.
It'll be far too cold in
a couple 100,000 miles more away from the sun. That'd be fine by me.
It'd be colder.
Yeah.
What's the average temperature right now in Mars?
Cold.
Exactly.
Well, I'm saying once they settle it and start terraforming.
But everything will be indoors.
Perfect.
No.
Yes.
I like going outside sometimes. No.
Nah.
So the cost of living in Mars would be way sky high because everything will be brand spanking new up there. McDonald's or Big Mac would be about yay big. Just Big Mac alone, $15.
If you import McDonald's to Mars, you've just ruined another planet. Why would you do it?
All right, Chick-fil-A.
I'm not even.
No fast food?
Even sure about Chick-fil-A.
Oh man,
my wife would never go without Chipotle, so maybe Chipotle. But
my wife would not go without what's that place called Cinnabon?
Oh yeah, Cinnabon.
She loves Cinnabon.
Yeah,
so
you got to develop some industry for that first to get all the chemicals and preservatives and stuff that make Cinnabon taste so good.
Yeah. All right, guys. I know we went off a little bit.
That was a rabbit hole.
That was a
deep rabbit hole.
But this is what we are here. We are just eclectic, and we jump around, bounce around, and hop around everywhere.
Yep. If you're not used to it by now, buckle up.
Buckle up, right? All right. So segment number 2, we're jumping into the cicadas.
Yes. Speaking of strange segues, this is an idea that my co-host Ray pitched to me earlier. When we were planning for the episode, and it's interesting. So I'm gonna let him take it away.
So the cicadas.
Now, for reference, a cicada Is that like a locust? Or is it like a grasshopper?
They're part of the grasshopper locust family.
Okay. But they're like their own thing?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
And so there's a 13-year brood and there's a 17-year brood.
Okay.
When I hear the word brood, I think about one thing.
StarCraft?
Nope.
Oh.
Gears of War.
Okay. I
Gears
played
of War.
half of the first one.
Oh, good game. Good game. You didn't like it?
I was bored.
Oh, man. Well, part 2 to me was the best one.
Okay, I never played part 2.
Was to me the best one. So every time I hear brood, it's like, all right, so here we go. Like,
For me, that makes me think of StarCraft.
Yeah,
like
that too.
Brood
Yeah,
War.
yeah, that too. That too.
So I'm assuming that means that they lay eggs, and it takes 13 or 17 years for those eggs to hatch.
Correct. So the 13-year brood, which is species number I think 19, and the 17-year brood is species 10. Okay. I don't know why they call it 10 and 19, but
well, that's probably their generations.
Well, yeah. So so it says here, for example, brood 19 emerged in 2011 and is expected to emerge again in 2024. Okay. So that's for 13.
Okay.
And then for 17, it says here, brood X, one of the most famous broods, emerged in 2021 and will reemerge in 2038. So that was brood X of the 17 brood.
Okay.
But the crazy part about it is that it's going to be brood 13 and 17 this year overlapping each other.
Right.
For the first time in like over 100 years, I think it is. And
they said there were a couple of different circumstances that made this particular one kind of rare. Because it was saying a 13-year and a 17-year brood hatching in the same year is like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
But then having them in the same geographical area,
it's like
is what makes it kind of rare.
Makes it kind of rare. So it happened over 100 years ago. So the way that it works is that they come out from underground, like the larvae. They hatch from underground. I think they're out for like 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. And within 4 to 6 weeks, they're laying eggs on trees, and then those eggs will drop to the ground. The larvae will then sink into the ground,
okay,
and then wait the 13-year span or 17-year span to come back out again.
Interesting.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that like fertilizer or other chemicals don't kill them. When crop dusting or anything else like that.
Well, you said they lay their eggs on trees, so they're probably like in woods and stuff.
Well,
they're not really spraying.
Some of these trees do not hold them because some of the older trees they're so thick that they can bury themselves or burrow themselves into the tree, so they fall to the ground.
Right.
So some of them do survive in the trees, especially if there's like maybe like a hollow hole in the tree or something, and like they fall in there.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. So, in your research, your study of the cicadas, what exactly is their impact? Like, do they help plants? Do they like eat a bunch of crops?
They eat a lot of the smaller young crops.
Okay.
The older crops, like like the big trees or even like big stalks that are older, they really don't feed off of that. They just feed off of the youngling of the young stuff.
Okay,
that's what I was reading. And then these cicadas right now, I've seen a video out in I think it was Arizona, at a school. The walls were all black. The entrance to the school was all black. The cicadas. His kids were scared to walk out leaving school.
Yeah.
I don't like bugs already.
Something out of a horror movie.
Yeah, I don't like bugs already. So cicadas. Even though cicadas are not they want to harm you like that, but it's like still though, I just don't like bugs.
Yeah, that actually kind of reminds me of a few years back. We had like a big love bug thing happen one year.
I can't stand those.
I was working at Holy Land Experience at the time, which RIP Holy Land Experience.
That was a while back then, because Holy Land closed about 3 years ago already, 4 years ago?
At least. But yeah, so I was working there at the time. They were in full swing. We literally had them flying into the courtyard and going into that new Coliseum what was then new Coliseum thing, and like dying on the floor. It was crazy. Like they were everywhere.
I just hated,
and that was Orlando. Like I can't imagine being out in like the country when that was going on.
And the love bugs, they stain your car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so annoying.
They're the worst for that.
Yeah. So look, ecological impact on trees. While cicadas do little harm to mature trees, their egg laying can damage young trees and shrubs. Wildlife. The emergence provides a feast for predators, including birds, mammals, and other insects. Nutrient cycling. The decomposing bodies of cicadas contribute to nutrient cycling in forest ecosystems.
Okay.
All right,
so overall, pretty positive, but
yeah,
except for what they're eating.
Yeah. Folklore and culture. Periodical cicadas have been a part of folklore and culture, often symbolizing rebirth and renewal due to the long periods of dormancy followed by dramatic emergence.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Huh.
I only know them as like one of the plagues of Egypt, so
those were locusts.
I know those were locusts,
but still, yeah, part of the same family. Like
that's what I imagine when I think of a brood of these guys hatching.
Well, like I seen videos, and this is like years ago that I seen videos out like in Australia. They just naturally live out there, like the big locusts, and then you could be driving, and all of a sudden like the sky becomes dark, and you like, is that a cloud? No, it's a swarm of freaking cicadas.
Yep.
Flying over you.
It's like, what is this reason 365 for my do not visit Australia list?
Oh my gosh, man. Wasn't what movie was that with cicadas that had I think it was Mark Wahlberg
I don't know. I know the most recent imagery probably is the Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah,
they have the giant.
Yeah, but there was another one.
Locust things.
It was an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh,
with Mark Wahlberg.
The Happening.
The Happening. It had some cicadas or grasshopper, whatever in it.
It might have. I think that was supposed to be pollen.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was like
maybe
a swarm. Or I'm thinking about the wrong movie. I'm probably thinking about the wrong movie.
Okay.
I probably am. But anyways, so cicadas. Now, the other day, because I love sports. I know you don't like sports, but I like sports.
I mean,
and
that's okay.
And in St. Louis, in one of the games, one of the Cardinals games, there was cicadas flying around inside the stadium. According so the other fans were wearing all these jackets and covering stuff up. And this one guy drinking a beer caught one, and they dared him to eat it. And he just,
I mean, yeah.
I'm like, what are you guys doing, man?
They have those like flavored cricket things.
Yeah, I still haven't tried those. I will not try that. No, I'm okay.
Let us know in the email if you want Ray to try flavored crickets.
Oh Lord,
we'll get a pack for him.
I you know what? I'll probably try that because it's chocolate covered. Every time, you know what?
Oh no! I'm talking about the ones that are like the powder flavoring, like the chili, chili lime.
Had to be chocolate covered. Just like the one in episode of Saved by the Bell where they do the chocolate covered grasshopper stuff with that. Mm-hmm. That just like that, has to be just like that.
I don't know if it counts because chocolate just fixes everything.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Except gummy bears. What's your opinion of a chocolate covered gummy bear? I know this isn't where we were going, but.
That's weird.
Have you ever had one?
Never had one. Sounds weird to me. Oh,
okay.
Have you tried it before?
I've had them. And it's weird. No. Like, you would think sweet and sweet would work together, but, like, I'm not a big fan of, like, chocolate and fruity anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me either.
So that's a weird mix. And then it's just this strange texture of, like, the kind of crunchy chocolate and then, like, gumminess on the inside. It isn't my favorite thing. Like, I wouldn't barf if I had one.
No, I wouldn't spend my time or spend money on that. Somebody would have to already purchase it for me to even try. But like, I'm not wasting money. So let me try.
Yeah.
I
think that's fair. Okay, sorry. That was just random.
No, that's good. So,
On the other hand, chocolate covered bacon is like the best thing in the entire world. So if you haven't had it, try it.
That's good. That's good. Because it's salt, sweet and salt is good. You know?
Yeah.
And bacon alone is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, bacon makes everything better.
Oh, yes. Chocolate. And so does chocolate too. So
People wouldn't even know what a water chestnut was if it wasn't for bacon.
That has to be one of the non-flavor. I don't know. Why does it even exist? I don't know. I'm sorry, Lord. I didn't mean it, but I'm saying, but like what the flavor?
It's squirrel food, basically.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Also, a funny thing. Some of my family pointed out recently. You remember when we were kids, and they had the chia pets?
Yeah.
So you would like take the spreads, basically chia seeds, and put it all over it, and it would grow. And now we eat chia seeds instead of spreading it on ceramic animals for fun.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So if I put it over my skin,
So if you're bald,
it'll be here.
just get
This is for
chia
Eric
cow.
and Zach.
Yeah.
If you're bald, Eric and Zach, but you are bald,
You get like a little ridged cap and spread chia seeds on it.
There you go.
With some growth stuff, and
exactly.
there you go.
Exactly. So, these broods of 13 and 17 will be lasting for about 4 to 6 weeks. And then it takes about 6 to 10 weeks for the eggs to hatch.
Yeah.
Fall, burrow the stuff into the ground, and then wait another 13 years depending on the brood, or 17 years.
Okay. And then the article you sent me anyway, I was saying that these two particular broods that are hatching and kind of like in the same area, it's up in Illinois, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one. Yeah, that one there. That's the most rarest one, but they're gonna be all across the nation, though.
Okay.
Of course, some parts are gonna have more of a population. Other parts will be like in Florida, we might not even see that much of them. You know?
Right.
But I was listening to another podcast, and they were talking about that it's over 1 trillion cicadas.
Wow.
That is crazy.
That's quite a few cicadas.
That's crazy.
That is quite a few cicadas.
Yeah. So let us know how you feel about bugs,
Yes.
insects, cicadas.
Yeah. Do you run away from them? Do you collect them? Do you eat them? Yeah. What's your take?
You take a cicadas, and would you be part of filming cicadas outside your house, overrunning your town or your neighborhood?
Yes.
You know, and just
For
send
4
us.
to 6 weeks.
Yeah, just record it and send us a photo, to the, over to our email, or just tag it to our Instagram or even Facebook, and let us know.
Yeah.
So.
And more importantly, should our local businesses stop operation for the 4 to 6 weeks that we're being invaded by cicadas?
I mean, if you're in one of those towns that is overly ran by them, yeah, I think you should be home.
Yeah.
Home.
That's my feelings on it.
Yes.
All right.
Chauncey, what's next?
So yeah, since we're on the topic of agriculture and Illinois, and I guess by extension, just growing things in our modern world, farming and what have you, I wanted to spotlight a couple video games that have stuff going on right now, essentially.
Yeah.
So the first one I want to talk about is called Farming Simulator 2022.
Which was released in 2021. November 2021 it was released, I see here.
And it's basically the most recent entry in the Farming Simulator series they've had. I think like 3 or so years, they'll release a new one.
Yeah.
It's created by Giants Software. The one preceding this one was 19.
Yeah, it was 19. So
Yeah. And then there's a console version they usually release the following year. That's like 1 year later. So the one for the Switch right now is Farming Simulator 23.
Yeah.
But Farming Simulator 22, which is the PC version, is actually free right now on the Epic Games online store. So you can go to Epic Games and scroll down a little bit on their store page, and it'll say the free game of the week, and that happens to be Farming Simulator 22, the base game.
But the issue is that it's free, and we're releasing this on Thursday.
Yeah, so it is free until May 30th, which, if you are listening to this and looking at your calendars, you'll notice is today.
Yes.
So
at 11 a.m. Eastern time, right?
Yeah, so the free part of it ends at 11 a.m. So we're going to make sure that this goes out before 11 a.m. And those of you who are morning listeners can go ahead and grab that if you haven't already.
And you said that's only being released free on PC?
Yeah, it is strictly the PC version.
PC version, okay. Yeah. Because I do see here that they did make it for PC, Mac, PlayStation, Xbox, and Stadia. So, but if it's only on PC, just make sure that you own a PC, of course, and then you download it right on time.
Yeah. So the cool thing about this is it's not like it's free to play until then kind of thing. It's literally
you claim
it and it's in your library.
Oh, nice.
So nice. Even if you don't currently have a PC, if you're going to get a PC,
you can download it.
Might as well just go ahead and claim it, and then you can download it whenever you have the equipment for it.
So, okay. So then you got to download it. You can just claim it.
You can just claim it, and it'll be in your library through Epic Games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I actually got an extra copy so I can run a dedicated server for multiplayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you can be running two PCs at once.
Yeah, well, the one runs in the background, just has the world loaded into it, and then you log into that with your actual player.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I see here that it has seasonal cycles.
It does, yeah. This is the first entry in the series that has seasons as a thing that you can do.
So weather, season changes that affect your farming activities?
Yes.
Okay.
So all of your... I recently read where it said all of your harvests are 50% less when it's raining, but I think it might just be the grain crops. I'm not positive on that. I do a lot of grass farming, and I don't feel like I've noticed a difference when it's raining and when it's not. But
okay, so it says here, compared to the previous one, it has new crops such as grapes, olives, and sorghum.
Yes.
Okay.
The cool thing with the grapes and olives is it also involves a lot of new equipment that's narrow enough to slide through the rows because they're on trellised setups. You know, like vineyards have the things and the vines kind of grow up them.
Yeah.
You do olives the same way.
It says here, production chains. Players can create production chains allowing them to process raw materials into finished products. For example, you can produce flour from wheat and then bake bread, adding a new layer of economic strategy.
Yes. So this is also the first entry in the series that has the production chains in it. And they did an expansion that did a lot of stuff with forestry, which is one of the big production chains. So you can cut down trees and also replant trees. So you can be environmentally sound with that. But then you can feed those trees into a sawmill and produce different kinds of planks, which you can then feed into other industries to make everything from cat towers to chairs and tables. One of the maps even has a boatyard on it that you can use the wood on. So it's actually a really cool part of the game. And I've been playing the crap out of it.
Huh.
And if you don't like a lot of competitive or games or war games or anything like that, this is just a really cool, casual, relaxing kind of thing.
It's funny because last year I downloaded lawn mowing simulator.
Yeah,
and
I've heard about that.
I couldn't play it for more than an hour.
No,
it was too slow for me. Now, I love Flight Simulator.
Okay.
Remember, I love jets. I love airplanes and stuff like that, so I love Flight Simulator.
I did have a copy of Flight Simulator when I was a kid, and it was okay. I found it a little too difficult, so I didn't really...
It's like a real Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I mean, it's pilots literally practice this.
Don't crash the plane.
It's incredibly detailed, so landing was a challenge.
I know. The Sims is they got too cartoony with it. You know,
Yeah, Sims 4 is the current installment in The Sims. It's actually starting to show its age a little bit. It's quite a few years old now and has a crazy number of expansions on it.
Yeah.
I actually read an article, I think it was last night, and they were talking about EA, who is the producer of Sims. They're literally putting together a team of developers to just go through the game and all the current expansions and do bug fixes.
Okay.
Because they have so many different overlapping systems, and like when one system from an expansion kind of collides in functionality with a system from another expansion, you get weird things happening, and it's just not a great thing. So there's a lot of well overdue bug fixes that they're finally going to start looking at, which is amazing.
Yeah, that was like my first, when Sims first came out, I thought, okay, I'll be able to play God, whatever, and control some, and I thought maybe a little bit of AI will, but AI wasn't that much.
Yeah, it was not that well developed, and
so maybe in the future, when they create like a simulator game where they could let AI kind of take over some of the characters and make it seem more realistic as well, because you controlling and like you're manipulating a lot of it, and it's like, yeah, okay, after a while it's like, all right, but
yeah. I mean, now we talk about AI and we're like, oh, AI is so advanced, like it's crazy, it can do all this stuff. But you got to think, the Sims 4 base game came out when I was in college.
Yeah, I mean, I was
2011.
Yeah.
So, like, the AI wasn't what it is now, and it's a lot of if-then kind of stuff. And, like, the characters have different needs, so the AI is like, what need is lowest? Okay, I'm going to address that. And that's kind of how it operates. So it makes it feel a little less realistic, but it keeps your characters alive when you're not paying attention to them, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I see here that Farming Simulator has an improved AI. It says here the AI workers have been improved, providing better assistance in managing tasks around the farm. Players can assign specific tasks to AI helpers more efficiently.
Yes. So I obviously didn't play 19, so I don't know how big the improvements are. I still see a lot of people complaining about the AI, even in 22, because like there's only so much you can do with it. I've seen a lot of people. What people use it for mostly is field work. So you put the equipment on a field, and then you hire an AI worker, and they take over the tractor, and they do whatever it is.
Like on a daily schedule, let's say.
Yeah, and it kind of gives them a bound. The field kind of gives them a bound to drive in, so they don't get lost or whatever. The pathing for like transportation, so like move this equipment from this field to this field, that's kind of where the AI struggles a little more. So I guess mostly just move the equipment yourself. I pretty much do everything myself right now, because like I bought the game because I want to play it, not because I want to watch an AI play it.
I know that because I actually love playing StarCraft, and of course you control where all your broods or your clan is gonna go, and pillage or go get resources or whatever it is. If it could be like a StarCraft simulator, even though it's not we don't have a real, but something that'd be cool.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you like, specifically with the StarCraft thing, like you produce your worker units, and like you can set it up to be like, okay, the first 10 of these collect this resource from the closest thing, and then as soon as they pop out, they literally just go do that.
Exactly.
So that'd be a fun thing.
That'd be good, yeah.
And I'm sure someone does that, but I haven't seen it yet. So, yeah. But so the other news that I had planned to mention, we got onto a couple other great games. but not what I had planned to talk about, is Minecraft.
15?
Yeah, it hit the big 1.5.
1.5.
It is a 15-year-old game and is still relevant in popular culture today, which is an absolute, like, crazy accomplishment for any video game.
Yeah.
But especially one that's not doing any paid expansions. Like, every update is free.
That's what I don't get, how it still is around.
So, the original developer, Mojang, sold the game to Microsoft, and they've kind of taken it over, and they're keeping up the free update structure. Okay. But most of their income is coming from either new players buying the game, old players rebuying the game because they have like the Java edition, the Bedrock edition, new spin-off games that they made like Dungeons and Legends, and the big thing is micro purchases with the Bedrock edition. Okay. Because you can buy like new skins or maps or like character building pieces, and so there's like a whole online market with the mine coins and all that for that stuff. But right now, if you are a Minecraft player and you enjoy getting free stuff to use in the game, there's free stuff to celebrate the 15th anniversary. So for all of my fellow Java edition players, there's not a ton for us because, you know, that's just the way Java edition works. But there are 3 new capes that you can get for your character.
I saw that
in the game. So the first one is a super easy 15th edition or 15th anniversary edition cape. It's basically just a creeper face, and you just go on to log into your account on like Microsoft.net, and you can just claim it the way that you would normally claim any of the stuff that they do. The other 2 are a little bit more complicated, and they are technically currently only Bedrock items, but if you go ahead and get them in like by July 9th, I think it said, they'll also add it to your Java account. So there's one for TikTok and there's one for Twitch.
What?
Yeah. So the TikTok one is the creeper face again, but with the kind of like combined with the TikTok logo. Okay. Like it has the blue border and then the red border, like an offset film kind of thing. And to get that one, you log into your TikTok account and watch someone live streaming Minecraft for 3 minutes with drops enabled. Okay. Or you can just comment in their comments Minecraft, and you should get the item at that point. And it is, I did test this, it is 1 per account. So if you need more than one, because you have more than one Minecraft account, you'll have to also use multiple accounts for TikTok and also for Twitch. But and then the Twitch one is a similar thing. You'll go onto Twitch and find someone currently streaming Minecraft and watch their stream for 15 minutes. And then it drops enabled, of course, and then it'll drop a code for you to use to redeem the cape there. So yeah, I went and did that today for all 3 on 2 different Minecraft accounts because I'm crazy. And it's literally the only time I've ever had a TikTok account.
Just to get the cape.
Yeah, I went on just to get the cape, and literally, delete. I literally deleted the account once I was done.
Oh my gosh!
So, I'm not a big TikTok person, so
that's funny.
But yeah, funny. I did already have a Twitch, so.
Have you ever watched the Minecraft interactive movie on Netflix?
I don't know if I have or not.
There's an interactive movie where you select like.
That's interesting.
And so every like 5 minutes or a different scene, you get to select what the character does or go or doesn't do, whatever.
Okay,
pretty cool. You should check it out.
I've done stuff like that before, not Minecraft.
But yeah, Netflix is known for that, having like a lot of interactive movies or shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I I'm behind on a lot of my like tertiary Minecraft stuff. So like I played through the Minecraft Stories game on Xbox and the DLC for it, and I own a copy of Minecraft Stories 2, but I've never played it. So I need to get on that. But I actually found out this weekend that my Xbox controller, I stupidly left the batteries in it and haven't touched it for a while, so they corroded.
So you gotta get a new.
And it didn't affect the actual controller, thank goodness, but the pack that holds the batteries was completely rusted out.
Okay.
So I either have to get a new pack that holds the batteries, or I still have the rechargeable batteries from like player in charge kits. So I just need a new cord because like I don't know what happened to those, but they are gone.
Oh man.
But yeah.
I played Minecraft
And then like
back in 2013.
Okay.
That's the only time I really played it.
I started playing Minecraft when the 1.5 update came out, the Redstone update.
Okay.
And I've taken breaks, but I've never really stopped.
I know you had a few YouTube channels, right? Or a YouTube channel that had a couple of your video recordings of the game. So you want to share it with the the fans here?
I do. It's still live. I don't post anything on there currently. That is something I'm looking at getting back into though. But it's just Chauncey J. Kent on YouTube is my YouTube channel.
There you go.
Or it might be listed as Pastor Kent now because I changed the name.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can check out my old stuff.
He went from
There's some funny
regular
moments.
Clark Kent to Pastor Kent.
Yeah.
Clark Kent, Superman to Super Pastor Kent.
Super Pastor Kent. I mean, yeah. But I am actually looking at doing some Twitch live streams throughout the week, every week now. So look forward to more news on that. I will more than likely be playing Farming Simulator 2022.
Okay.
And I'm sure Minecraft will make its way in there and a couple other games that I've been really into lately. And I'm sure we'll rotate as time goes on. But yeah, that's the plans for now. So
Nice.
Yep.
So let us know if you guys get to download the game or get just the link, right?
yeah, if you're able to claim the game
You
before
claim
it is over, let us know in the comments or by email. And yeah, we'll be happy for you.
Yeah.
And we'll be sad for you if you don't get it.
Yeah, just let us know what you think about the game. Give us your quick review of the game.
Yes, it's worth the price.
Yeah, it's free.
That's my opinion.
It's free.
Even when it's not, it's worth the price.
Okay, all right. It's originally $49.99. I think it is right now. Original.
It depends on what edition you get, because there's like a lot of little expansion packs and stuff you can tack on. But just to jump right back into the Minecraft stuff real fast, as a result of the 15th anniversary, the other games like Dungeons and Legends are currently like 50% off on the Minecraft store. They might also be on Steam, but I don't know. No, they don't sell those on Steam. But on the Minecraft store, they are 50% off. So there you go.
Okay, good. Once again, hit us up with your Minecraft. If you're, I'm not a Minecraft junkie like Chauncey is, but if you are, you can always hit us up and Chauncey will give you pointers.
Yeah.
Or give him pointers on things that he may not know.
Yeah, you can tell me stuff.
So
tell us what your favorite block is.
See, I don't know what you're talking about. All I know is a block is a block. A block is a square. A cube.
We all know that the superior block is cobblestone.
You see, I guess cobblestone it is, guys.
Which, maybe you're more of like a diorite person.
Chauncey, see now you get enough to fry in over this here. So I don't know.
It's literally like the two most hated block textures in the entire out of everyone.
Right.
No one likes either texture. I actually like diorite. Don't tell anybody.
I think it's what everybody.
Keep on it down though. Comment diorite.
You're right. There you go. All
You
right.
made it this far.
And now we're getting into the true or lie.
Yes.
All right. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
No, I can go first.
You go first. All right.
Now, these have to be stories about us, or they're just stories in general?
Anything.
Okay.
Story. It could be about a funny Hollywood story, or anything that's true about you, or something you made up by yourself. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Anything at all. Truth, lie.
Okay. So I'm probably gonna go with like stories about me because that's just what I know. Like I could tell a story about someone else, but I don't know if it's true or not. So, how long are we gonna do the stories for? Do you think? Like, are these short stories or?
Yeah, like regularly. It could be even like about a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be nothing like so detailed or.
All right. When we said stories, I thought maybe we were talking.
Yeah, I know, like little.
Like a Isaac Asimov.
A quick. How about a quick haiku?
575. Okay.
575. Yeah, 575. There you go. Come on, 575.
This will probably not be a haiku. But when I was a kid, I went trick or treating as a shark. That is a costume that my dad put together with like a gray sweatsuit and Velcro and cardboard spray painted gray.
Were you an extra in Sharknado 3?
Not that I can remember, but that movie sure was a whirlwind.
Dad joke there.
I had to. I'm sorry. Okay, and then let's see, maybe a more recent story.
And both of them could be false, or both of them could be true, or one could be false, and one could be true. So it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. So
I just got to guess.
right. Okay, so I was at the grocery store maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. And this happened over the course of like 4 different days. Every time I went to the grocery store, there was a station wagon parked in one of the pickup spots. Like the exact same station
That's
wagon.
creepy, man.
And it was...
That's creepy. I don't know.
And it was like angled the same way. And it had like a flyer in the windshield wiper. And the same flyer there every time. And I'm pretty sure it was just like abandoned there.
Okay.
But yeah, it was it was like 3 or 4 days in a pickup spot. Which pisses me off because a pickup spot is supposed to be like 5 minutes.
In and out.
Right.
That's it.
Like you're there for an online order.
That's it. Yeah. Pick it in and out.
So
All right.
don't do that.
So Chauncey's Sharknado story.
So those are my 2 stories.
Or the creepy station wagon.
Yeah.
I say creepy station wagon is true, and your shark story is false.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Final answers?
Final answer.
Okay. They are actually both true.
Darn it.
Sadly, that was one of my most embarrassing Halloween costumes ever.
All right.
Literally went to a Halloween party
All right.
with a cardboard spray painted fin velcroed to my back.
Hey, you had a costume, okay?
I did.
Some kid probably didn't have no costume to go out and do it.
I mean, I think that might have been better. Because then I at least could have just been like, I'm a kid.
I can't go nowhere. I'm sorry. I haven't had a costume.
My costume is a kid.
I'm a kid. That's it. All right. And here we go with the Florida stories.
Okay.
A Florida man was arrested for using raw chicken to lure an alligator at a campground.
I have every confidence that is true, but
Then beating it with a shovel. He claimed he was protecting others, but feeding alligators is illegal because it causes them to lose the natural fear of humans.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
The second one is Michael J. Fox, while filming Back to the Future, was also filming Teen Wolf and Family Ties. He did that for a few days in a row. Morning time, the daytime, he did Teen Wolf. Nighttime, he did Back to the Future. And in between, some time there, he did Family Ties.
Wow. That would be pretty crazy.
And even though Back to the Future came out before Teen Wolf actually finished before Back to the Future.
Interesting. So I thought for sure you were going to be like, while he was filming Back to the Future, he was also filming Back to the Future 3.
And then did 2.
At the same time.
At the same time.
Okay. I'm going to say the first story, the alligator story, is false. Not because I don't believe someone would feed a gator
It's
raw
Florida,
chicken.
man. It's Florida.
That seems likely to me. But beating it with the shovel, I think, makes it unbelievable for me. And then the Michael J. Fox thing, I think is true.
All right. Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. So the alligator story is true.
Oh my gosh. The people.
And it's Florida, man. I told you, Florida. And the Michael J. Fox story is also true.
Okay.
Also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed too crazy to not be true.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. So the original guy that was doing Back to the Future, I forgot his name now. He's also another famous actor, but they just told him I wouldn't watch him no more. And while he was doing Teen Wolf, his agent got him that role for Back to the Future as Marty. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. I'll do both of them, no problem.
Just back and forth.
And it was in the same city when they were filming, so he said, yeah, I'll do both of them. So luckily, he was in the same city, and he did both of them, Teen Wolf and Back to the Future. Nice. And in between, like I said, to finish off, he did Family Ties there as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy schedule.
That's crazy. So, you got any more? If you don't, that's fine. I got more here you can about to guess here if you want.
I'll try to think of something. You do your...
All right. So, let's see here. Let me go. All right. All right. Young Steven Spielberg on Universal Studios Law. All right. So Spielberg, eager to break into the film industry, famously sneaked onto the Universal Studios lot by dressing in a suit and carrying a briefcase.
Okay.
He found an abandoned janitor's closet, set up a makeshift office, and started networking with industry professionals. His audacity paid off as he eventually landed a contract with Universal. This story highlights Spielberg's determination and ingenuity, elements that define his legendary career.
Okay.
True or false?
I think that's true.
It is true.
And also completely impossible now.
Yes. Really impossible.
It's like instead of becoming Steven Spielberg now, you would just become arrested.
All right, last one. The cows in the hotel room. So John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd's animal pranks. John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, known for their antics on and off the set, once took things to another level while filming The Blues Brothers.
Okay.
They reportedly rented a hotel suite and decided to host a party with a live cow. The cow wandered around the room, and when the hotel staff discovered it, they were less than thrilled. The duo had to pay for the damages, but the story became legendary, and the hotel kept the cow, which later on used it for food.
I want to say that's false. That seems far too unlikely. Like the ending, using it for food, puts it so far over the top.
All right, so part of it's true, but the ending is false.
Okay.
Yeah, the ending is false.
I was like, I can believe that they did a party with a cow. But yeah, I don't think the hotel's like
No, yeah, I'm not
slaughtering it and feeding it to the guests.
No.
Actually, that does remind me of a good story. And I honestly don't know if it's true or not. But
Okay. I could tell you, I know the answer.
allegedly, some people I knew who went to a kind of a country school decided that for their senior prank, they would release cows in the school. And specifically, like, they would walk them up the stairs to the second floor.
What?
So they snuck into the school and released 3 cows on the second floor of the school, which, if you don't know, cows are capable of walking upstairs, but they can't come downstairs. So that's already bad enough. But then they labeled them 1, 2, and 4 with like spray paint on the side.
What happened to 3?
Exactly. They only released 3 cows, but everyone's going to be looking for 4 cows because of the way they labeled them. So they did that just to add like an extra level of messing with people.
If anybody knows any, how can I say, truth to the story, please reach out to us.
True.
Yeah, please let us know if you guys heard of this in your city, town, whatever it is.
It is a fun story. Please don't do this to anyone.
No, please don't. Please don't. Chauncey, I think we have come to an end.
Yeah, I think we've reached a natural stopping point.
Yeah, I think we have.
The only thing left to do is PSA and then close it out.
PSA. It's funny because I was looking at some PSAs earlier. Let me see. It says here, leave the modern gadgets at home. No one wants to explain selfies to Socrates.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? How about avoid stepping on butterflies? We don't need another dinosaur uprising.
I mean, yeah. I mean, also they're just pollinators, so like, why kill the pollinators?
Yeah.
Except wasps. Go ahead and kill wasps.
And last one, double check your destination year. We don't want you showing up at Woodstock in 2099 when you meant to hit 1969.
That's true.
There you go. Here you go.
Yeah. And then I'll just add another one because of our stories. Yeah, please, for the love of God, do not feed alligators stuff in the wild. There's theme parks for that. Go to Gatorland if you want to feed a gator. Yeah, on your campsite, just camp. Stay away from the gators and pray that they stay away from you.
Once again, it's a Florida thing.
It's a Florida thing.
I don't know why, but we are. You can go onto any social platform and look up Florida, and they have a whole bunch of videos about crazy stuff that we do here.
Yep.
Which I'm kind of not ashamed of it. It's kind of interesting, you know.
Sometimes it's good.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool.
The whole pandemic, like none of us wore masks.
You know, for real. And when hurricane comes, we party outside.
Yeah.
You know, we're not scared of hurricane, so it is what it is.
No, we get together in each other's houses. And
there you go. There you go.
But yeah.
But guys, once again, thank you for joining us, and hit us up on Instagram, Facebook. Send us an email. Listen to us on any other platform as well as or watch or listen to us also on YouTube.
Yes, and look forward to more exciting outlets coming with maybe a revived YouTube, definitely a Twitch stream.
Yeah, definitely. You know, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Hasta luego.
Yeah, adios.